RB Leipzig have had a pretty solid year. They did well in the Bundasliga, finishing third at the end of their season, but in the Champions League, it was a different story. They made it to the round of 16 before getting absolutely annihilated by Man City 7-1 on aggregate. Like I said, it's been a pretty good year, but I can do better. So today, I am becoming the new manager of RB Leipzig, and by the end of this video, I will make them the best team in the world. So this is the starting 11 we're looking at with Leipzig, and honestly, it's pretty decent. They have got some serious talent like Dani Olmo, Timo Werner, and of course centre-back Josko Vardiol. But unfortunately, Leipzig have taken a massive hit, losing 3 of their best players, with Szoboszlai going to Liverpool, Konrad Laimer going to German giants Bayern Munich, and of course Christopher Nkunku going to Chelsea. And right now, Vardiol is in talks of joining Manchester City, but at the time of recording this, nothing has happened yet, so I'm going to leave him in the team. The thing is, even with losing 3 of their best players, this team is still actually pretty goddamn good. And I'm going to leave the formation as it is. I've never rocked with the 4-2-2 before. I think it'll be a pretty good challenge. But as good as this team still is, there's a lot of work that needs to be done with this squad before we can say that they're the best team in the world. But the board have blessed us with a lot of money, 73 million to spend in season 1. But as you've probably guessed from the title of this video, it's not going to be that simple. For the first transfer window, I have to accept every single transfer offer I get for every single one of my players. That means if someone offers 20 million for Vardiol, I have to accept it. But there is good news, because in the second transfer window, that's where I'm allowed to reject any transfers I want and bring in as many players as I want. So I'm certainly not going to get comfortable with any one of these players in the starting 11. At any point, any of these players could leave the team. Boys, it's been 3 days and we've already got a transfer offer for Kevin Campbell for 12.5 million. Well, I know the rules, I have to accept it. And 2 days later after that, we've got a transfer offer for Schlager for 31.7 million. Boys, we aren't going to have a team left after this. I was wondering when this was going to happen. Dani Olmo has got a transfer offer from PSG for 47.4 million. We could probably get around 60 million for this guy, but we've got to accept it. I've got a feeling this is the site I've got to get very familiar and see. And thankfully, no more transfer offers came through after those 3 players, but in January, we've got 167 million to spend. But honestly, wait till you see the state of this squad. This is the team that's going to go into season 1, and honestly, what are we going to do with this team? Just look at the squad depth we haven't got now. If we'd have sold any more players, we genuinely wouldn't have been able to play any games. The good thing, at least, we got a solid goalkeeper, defense, and strikers. It's just the midfield that's really letting us down. And trust me, I've got no expectations for this squad this year. I just want to survive as the manager till January and try and improve the team as much as possible there and then. But obviously, we're in the Champions League. We're in Group F alongside Madrid, Shakhtar Donetsk, and Celtic. And to be fair, I'd still put money on us getting through to the round of 16, even with us selling 3 of our best players in that transfer window. We're now in January, and this team is somehow doing bits with 3rd in the league after 17 games. Now, me personally, I thought we'd be 8th to 7th in the league, but 3rd place, I'll definitely take that. And I called it down the middle. We made it through to the round of 16. We're actually joint top on points with Real Madrid. But I think I know why we're doing well. Werner and Silva and Forsberg are bailing us out of this situation. But now we get to finally improve the team, and we've got 167 million to do it, so now it's time to get to work. Now, there's 3 areas of the pitch I'm leaving alone. Our goalkeeper, our defense, and our 2 strikers. They are doing a phenomenal job. It's our central attacking midfielder and 2 CDMs I really want to improve. But I think we've got to be smart about this, because our squad depth literally cannot afford to take a hit next year. Now, starting with the defensive midfielder, I'm going for Andre Frank Zambo Enguisa from Napoli. He's 27 years old, 83 rated. He would massively improve our midfield. And we've just made our first signing in charge of Leipzig for 36.9 million. This one might make you wonder why I'm doing it, but I'll explain later. I'm going for Steven Berghuis for our attacking midfield role. He's from Ajax, he's 31 years old, and he's 82 rated. And for 26.4 million, we have signed him up on a 3-year deal. And if you haven't already figured it out, I'm going quite tactical with this. At any point next season, any one of these players could leave, so I don't really want to spend big on one player just to lose them next year. And the best part, I've got over 100 million left to spend, so I'm going to do my best to fill this team with as many good quality players as possible. And like I've already said, the starting 11 in my opinion is good, so now my attention is going to go on the squad depth. So I'm going to fill the subs and reserves with as much quality as possible, so that next year we might just stay afloat. Starting with bringing in Calvin Phillips for 26.9 million, then Morgan Gibbs-White from Nottingham Forest for 20 million, then finally Jesus Ferreira from FC Dallas for 15.2 million. Now we do still have 36 mil to to spend, and right now with this current rule we're rocking with, we have to use that money. Now I'm thinking of bringing in a second choice goalkeeper for Galasha, because if he gets sold next year, we got to rock with this guy, and he definitely isn't good enough for what we need to achieve. And for that second choice keeper role, I'm going for Alex Mere from Napoli. He's 25 years old. I don't know what his overall is, but I'm guessing he's going to be pretty decent. And for 25 million on the dot, we have signed him up on a 5-year deal. And with that, our transfer window's done, and this is the RB Leipzig team going into the knockouts. Now, I'll be honest, considering all the BS we've been through, I think we've done pretty well to keep the team looking this good. Now, obviously, we're in the knockouts, and obviously, with this team, we're not good enough to win the competition yet, but that doesn't mean I want to get knocked out first time. I want to get at least to the quarterfinals. And up first in the knockouts is Atletico Madrid, and let's be real, that team is pretty good, but I think we've got enough to get past them. I mean, Forsberg, Werner and Silva have carried us this far. I think they can take us past Atletico. We're at home in the first leg. It's a 2-all draw. Griezmann missed a penalty, and it goes to the second leg. I think it's looking pretty good, boys. We're 2-all on aggregate. We have got both of our strikers going up, and overall, we've got what it takes to get past Atletico. Do not let me down now that I've just said that. Oh, okay. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Griezmann in the 77th minute has knocked us out in the round of 16. The exact spot in the competition I said I did not want to get knocked out in. But the thing is, as long as we get top 4 in the Bundasliga, I think we can consider this season a bit of a W. Boys, we just arrived in June and we are second in the league. We were 10 points behind the title winners Bayern Munich, but still, after everything we've gone through, we've done bloody well to achieve that. And we've also gone on to win the DFB Pokal, beating Bayer Leverkusen 3-2 in the final. Imagine what we could have done if we didn't have to sell anyone. And the same three have carried this team this year. 31-4 for Timo, 27-16 for Silva, and 14-11 for Emil Forsberg. Granted, we've had an incredible season 1 with RB Leipzig, but from now it's only going to get tougher. I'm honest to God hoping that we survive with maybe 2, 3 or even 4 transfers, because if we get more than that, we are screwed next year. And if you're still watching at this point, consider dropping the video a like, hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. We're currently on the road to 30,000 subscribers, so if you could help me out achieving that goal, that would be amazing. We're now heading into season 2 with RB Leipzig, and the team as it is looks really goddamn good. But we all know that's probably going to change in a few very short moments. The good news is though, Leipzig had a lot of players out on loan, so we've got a lot of squad depth to run through. So even if we sell 3 or 4, even 5 players, we still got a lot of players at our disposal. And the really good news is this time we got 137 million to spend, and no doubt after this transfer window, that's going to be at least 250 million. It only took 4 days for the first transfer offer. Timo Werner for 65.7 million from AC Milan. I knew this one was coming, but I didn't expect it to be this goddamn soon. Now this one I'm not too fussed about. Glosterman's got an offer for 20.5 million for Borussia Mönchengladbach. And as you can see, we do have quite a bit of depth in that centre-back role. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't see this one coming. Jesus Ferreira's had a bid from UD Almeria for 22.2 million. He was our backup in case one of our 2 strikers got sold. Now our backup's bloody gone. I honestly thought that was it, but Real Betis wants Hendricks for 23.8 million. And we're not done yet either. Forsberg is going to Roma for 27.5 million. Last season, he was one of our best performing players, man. They're taking everyone from us this year. Boys, it's September the 1st, and we have officially made it out of that transfer window. And we've sold 5 players, and 2 of them being Timo Werner and Emil Forsberg. But the good news is at least we've got 295 million to spend in the January transfer window. But as it stands, the team right now looks like this going into season 2. And honestly, I think buying for squad depth last year really paid off. We've got Gibbs White in place of Forsberg. We've got Soloth in place of Werner. We've done really well. I'll be honest, I'm so lucky no one's come in for Vardiol yet. He's 87 rated, 21 years old. Like, what is wrong with teams not coming in for this guy? But until January, this team is more than capable of getting us where we need to be. That's the top 4 in the Bundesliga and in the round of 16 in the Champions League. And speaking of the Champions League, we're in Group C once again with Real Madrid, PSV and Dynamo Kiev. And just like last time, I'm expecting us to go through to the round of 16 second place, because there's no way we're beating Madrid. Boys, we're in January and I don't know what's happening. We are top of the league. We're beating Frankfurt, Bayern, Dortmund, everybody to the first place position. And on top of that, we made it through to the knockout second place like I thought we would, just behind Real Madrid. And to be fair, there's one stat standout player. Andre Silva with 22 goals and 5 assists in 26 games. This man is carrying us this year. But here's the part I've been looking forward to. 290 million to spend to improve this team. And this year we're not pulling any punches. We're going all out to try and win the Champions League. The two most important positions we need to improve is our attacking midfielder Gibbs White and our striker Sorloth. Once we sorted those positions out, we can then focus on our defensive midfielder Phillips and our right centre-back Orban. After that, I am pretty certain our team will be ready to take on the Champions League. And we started by buying Jonathan David from Roma for 66.5 million and bringing Lorenzo Pellegrini into the team for 66.4 million. And now we have our striker and our central attacking midfielder situation sorted. Now we've got to focus on the defensive midfielder and our centre-back. And starting with that centre-back role, I'm going for Gabriel, who currently plays for Sevilla. He's 26 years old, 84 rated. He's just what we need at the back. And for 49.3 million, we have signed Gabriel on a 3-year deal. And finally, for our defensive midfielder, I'm going for Frank Yannick Kessie from Barcelona. He's 27 years old and 86 rated, a much needed improvement in that role. And for 68.3 million, we have made our final transfer of this window. And with that, our transfer window's done, and this is the team going into the knockouts for the second time. Last year, we only made it to the round of 16, but something tells me this year we're going to get a little bit further. And after battering Arsenal in the round of 16 and destroying Atletico in the quarters, we are in the semi-final. And boys, it's a true clash of German giants, RB Leipzig versus Bayern Munich. And I'll be real, that team is absolutely disgusting. I think our time in the Champions League might come to an end right now. We are away from home in the first leg. Oh, wow. What? Okay. David in the 19th, 56 minute for Silva and 79 for Berghuis. Boys, we are leading going into the second leg. It comes down to this. A draw will literally put us in the final. The question is, can we hold off the German giants Bayern Munich? We can. It's a 1-1 draw at the end of the day. Vardiol in the 10th, Schick in the 30th, and we booked our place in that final. And Christ, we are up against it. Liverpool is the team we're facing in the final. This should be pretty interesting. But boys, we've done it. We've won the Bundesliga by 7 points in the end. We were well clear of everybody in this league. But Bayern did take their revenge on us by beating us in the DFB Pokal final. And these stats are pretty decent. 38 and 6 for Silva, 15 and 3 for David, 14 and 12 for Berghuis, and 11 and 4 for Sorloth. But Pellegrini is an idiot. He is out suspended for the biggest game of his goddamn career. We do have Gibbs White, don't get me wrong, but I would have much preferred to have Pellegrini in the team instead. So far with Leipzig, we've won the Bundesliga, the DFB Pokal. There's only one trophy we haven't won with them, and that's the Champions League. And you guys enjoy it when I don't actually play, so I'm going to sit back and try to relax and watch RB Leipzig become the best team in the world. Oh, Darwin Núñez is on the ball now. If he can find that pass to Jota, we're in trouble. We are in trouble. Is this going to be 1-0? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me, Gulashi. Bro, how are you going to concede like that? Okay, the first 45 didn't go our way. We're 1-0 down, but there's another 45 to go and a lot can happen. Sally, oh, that's it. That's done. We've actually, oh boys, we are in big trouble. He's on the ball. Oh, that's a good ball to David. Silva, make something happen. 2-1. Okay, we've got a chance. We are definitely still in this game with half an hour to go. Thiago's on the ball. Oh, what is that? Oh my, there's no way we've just conceded that. I can't even be mad. It's not like we've made any stupid mistakes. It's just Liverpool have been the better bloody team. And that's that. We've lost 3-1 to Liverpool, and I can't even be mad. Liverpool were just the better team. We didn't backheel it to our opposition. We didn't do any stupid mistakes. Liverpool battered us. I'll be honest though, this feeling right now, it sucks a big bag of dicks. And there we have it. Fabinho's lifted the Champions League trophy. Liverpool this year are the best team in the world. But for Season 3, we've got a brand new purpose, one that's unfamiliar on this channel. Get that win back in the Champions League final next year. So we are now heading into Season 3, and honestly, I do not want to talk about what's just happened. But we have to be ready to say goodbye to at least 5 of these players, because obviously I've got to accept every transfer that comes my way this transfer window. But to be fair, the budget we'll be working with in January will be nuts. 190 million to spend this season. Now this is interesting. PSG want Andre Silva for 3.1 million, and they're willing to give us Nuno Mendes. Now for players player swap deals, I'm going to call an audible and reject it because I feel like it's just cheating, especially with a player the caliber of Nuno Mendes. Boys, we've just been hit where it is. David Raum, Morgan Gibbs-White and Willie Orban have all had a transfer offer. And Paulson's on his way out as well because PSV have offered us 15 million for him. And I knew this was coming at some point. Galassi is going to go to Spurs for only 11.5 million. And not even a day later, Simakan is going to Nottingham Forest for 33 million. I knew this was coming at some point. Bayer Leverkusen have gone in for Andre Silva for 98 million. I ain't gonna lie, this one stings, man. He carried us last year. And boys, the torch is over. We made it to the 1st of September. The transfer window is over. And just look at some of the players we've had to sell. Andre Silva, David Raum, Mohamed Simakan, and Peter Galassi. We have been rinsed in this transfer window. And somehow, even with all that, the team still looks bloody insane. And just wait to see our budget. I'm not going to show you till January, but it is an insane amount of money. And of course, we're in the Champions League again. We're in Group E alongside Aston Villa, Olympique Lyon, and Victoria Pleasant. And compared to previous groups we've been in, this is quite tame. We should pretty easily top this group, I think. While we're in January, and this time we're feeling the effects of the transfers. We're 7th in the league after 17 games. The thing is, though, a lot can happen from now until June, so don't be surprised if you see us in the top 4 by the end of the season. But we have topped Group E in the Champions League, and we're flying to the round of 16. And this time, Jonathan David stepped up, 26 goals and 4 assists in 26 games. That is bloody good going. And you guys have been patient to see our budget. We have got 492 million to spend. Honestly, I'm gonna go crazy with that money. So starting with the goalkeeper, I went for Yassine Bono for only 15 million. And for the fullback, I went for Alejandro Grimaldo from Arsenal, who only cost us 42.9 million. And now we have our left back and goalkeeper problem sorted. Now we just need a new striker and a better central attacking midfielder. And I can't think of anybody better than Martin Odegaard, who still plays for Arsenal. He's 26 years old and 89 rated. And I'm not sure how we pulled it off, but we got an insane deal, only paying out 80 million for him. And finally, for that striker, the big money signing, fellow Norwegian Erling Haaland, who's currently 24 years old and 94 rated. He's probably going to be the most expensive signing I ever make. And I wasn't wrong, as it's just cost us 220 million to make him an RB Leipzig player. And the crazy part is we still have 115 million to spend. And to be honest, it's really bugging me that we've got a 72 rated centre back and 68 rated fullback on the subs bench. So you better believe I'm sorting that out. So for the centre back, I signed Antonio Rudiger for 36 million. And finally, for that fullback role, I signed Ridel Baku for 39 million. And with that, our transfer window is finally done. The starting 11 looks like this, the subs bench looks like this, and we are fully ready for the knockouts. This year, with a much stronger team, we've got to get to the final and we've got to obliterate any team that stands in our way. And after getting revenge on Liverpool and battering Barcelona, we are once again in the semi-final. And honestly, I'm very confident we're playing Inter Milan in the semi-final, and I think our team absolutely decimates Inter. And Angelino is injured. I'm not sure how long for, but it's putting him out of this game at least, so we're going to get straight into this game, away from home in the first leg. Leipzig, why? Why do we have to make it difficult for ourselves? The good news is Angelino has returned to the starting 11. We're back to our full strength starting 11, and I think surely we've got to decimate it. Oh my god. It wasn't a decimation. We've just scraped past Inter Milan, but that doesn't matter. We are once again in the final. And this time in the final, it's Juventus. They're a tough team, so this is going to be interesting. And we just couldn't recover in the Bundesliga. We finished 5th at the end of this season, and you know what? I'll take it. But this time, we have won the DFB Pokal, beating Bayer Leverkusen in the final. And Jonathan David put a shift in this year. 40 goals and 10 for him, 19 and 3 for Haaland, 12 and 7 for Pellegrini, and 11 and 10 for Sorokin. Now this team for 2 seasons running has got to the Champions League final. Now last year, unfortunately, we did lose 3-1 to Liverpool, but we've moved on from that. We've improved the quality of this team by massive amounts, and I think we are ready to become the best team in the world. But once again, I'm not going to play. I'm going to kick back and relax and watch this game unfold, and hopefully by the end of it, I'll be watching them lift that trophy. Jonathan David, he's found Haaland. Oh my god, on his left foot. Bloody hell. Christ, that was just like Haaland in real life. First touch, bang. Kessie, what you doing? No, Rudiger. Odegaard. Haaland, first time. Oh my god. Why wouldn't you just smash that? Pellegrini once again on the corner. Hopefully it's a bit better delivered this time. Rudiger, head that. Please, someone. Oh my God. Boys, there's no way we've had 3 opportunities and not scored a single goal yet. Odegaard on the corner. We've got to have a good delivery in here. We've got so many tanks in the box. Rudiger.
Nope.
That. Oh my God. What do we have to do? Odegaard. He's fed in Holland. Oh, thank you. Oh, it's about bleeding time as well. It only took 5 attempts. First 45 minutes was tremendous. We need to keep this going now, and we are finally lifting that trophy. Give it to somebody. There we go. Oh, that's a beautiful... Oh, please. What a freaking goal. 3 minutes into the second half, and we've just absolutely decimated Juve. Sula on the ball now for Juve. He's trying to find Vlahovic. He has Jota. Okay, that's 2-1. Oh, maybe it's not because it's offside. Odegaard now on the ball. Jonathan David. Surely this is goal number 3 if we play this right. Come on. Pellegrini's on the ball. He's just on Savic. Find Haaland. Find Haaland. Come on. Come on, bro. There we go. There we go. Haaland, you've got to fit. Wow. Of all the choices, of all the options you had there, you chose to pass it to the freaking defender. But in the end, it doesn't matter because we are the best team in the world after beating Juve. It took us 3 seasons, 2 finals, 20 odd players sold, 450 million in profit, but we finally won the Champions League. And if you enjoyed this video, you should click somewhere right here to watch me win everything with Manchester United.